Let's now shift our attention to the other big story that we are tracking here on WION. Now, the past century in Ukraine has been packed with some pretty monumental events, wars, famines, political upheavals, and yet there's this recurring theme that has boiled down to essentially just a single sentence. Ukraine tries to break free from Russia, and Russia refuses to let it go. And for the past 10 months, the situation has pretty much been the same, as both countries still remain at war. But have you wondered as to how the war in fact looks from the eyes of a pilot who is in the line of fire? Our next report gives you that look.
As Russian cruise missiles screeched towards their target this month, a Ukrainian pilot gave chase in an old Soviet MiG-29 jet and locked onto two of them, but could not take the shot. They were nearing a large town and it was too risky. He passed the targets on to Ukraine's ground-based air defenses, which shot them down as they have done hundreds of missiles since October. Such skirmishes are common in the skies over Ukraine, as Ukraine fights back against Russian forces. And if Ukraine takes a step back in the war, then the outcome will have a direct bearing on the lives of millions of people. Who will be without central heating, power or running water during the freezing winter?
We are training our pilots to be ready for this transition process. Even just learning English. Our 40 years old radars were not even designed to be used to engage such type of aerial threat.
Juice says he has not shot down a single drone or missile in his old generation MiG-29, which came off the assembly line before Ukraine became independent, with the Soviet Union breaking up in 1991. He said it was hard spotting incoming targets with old radars, especially in the case of low-flying, slow-moving Shahed drones that look like a moving truck on a radar screen, as many of the drone attacks come at night. Russia, which says the grid is a legitimate military target, has launched 9 large-scale air attacks, firing more than 70 missiles at a time, knocking out power, running water, mobile signal and heating infrastructures.
The more attacks they conduct, the more we use our rockets. Our Soviet air defense system is being depleted. That is the S-300 and the Buk, which are the foundation. We cannot maintain that indefinitely because all the unique spare parts of those systems are made in Russia.
After the most recent attack, Ukraine's air defense shot down 60 out of 76 of the incoming missiles. Nevertheless, the airstrikes are hurting Ukraine. Kyiv was forced to implement emergency blackouts nationwide, which were still in place in some regions on till 20th December.
We are almost through 1 month of winter. We have one more and then February, which is short. I think we'll survive, but it's better to supply missiles than generators. More rockets with which we can shoot down everything that's being launched at us.
Air defense units are deployed where they are needed most, near cities and key infrastructure, while fighter pilots like Juice cover the expansive gaps in between, as Ukraine tries prevail in the fight against Russia. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.